It was supposed to be one of the greatest rock concerts of the year. Fans from all over were thrilled, counting down the days to see one of the most legendary rock bands of all time, AC/DC. They were playing at the famous Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, and for true rock fans, it was a dream come true. The stage was set, the lights were blazing, the amps were ready to roar. But instead of being remembered as an unforgettable night of wild energy and headbanging music, the night ended up becoming a huge disappointment. Not because of the band, but because of the crowd. Let's get one thing straight. AC/DC themselves were amazing. They came out with all the power and fire you'd expect from a band that's been rocking the world for over 50 years. Brian Johnson, the lead singer, still had that famous raspy voice that sounds like gravel mixed with fire. His voice shot through the stadium like lightning. Then there was Angus Young, the band's lead guitarist. Wearing his signature schoolboy uniform, he tore up the stage, duckwalking across it like he was still in his 20s. His fingers flew across the guitar strings, shredding solos that echoed through the entire stadium. The band gave everything they had. But the crowd? Not so much. A post on Reddit from a fan described exactly what went wrong. And it wasn't just a small issue. It was something that totally ruined the vibe of the concert. This fan had flown all the way from Argentina, a country known for having some of the most passionate and energetic rock fans in the world. He had been to concerts where fans sing every lyric at the top of their lungs like it's their country's national anthem. So you can imagine how excited he was to see AC/DC live in the United States. He expected chaos. He expected roaring voices. He expected to feel the floor shake beneath him from fans jumping and dancing. But when he got to the pit, the section closest to the stage, all he saw were families with small kids, quiet people, just standing around, and even some annoyed faces giving him dirty looks. He tried to sing along. He tried to jump and rock out. But people told him to calm down. One person even asked him to stop singing so loudly. Another told him to be quiet during Angus Young's solo. Seriously? At an AC/DC concert? That's like going to a basketball game and asking the players not to run so fast. It made no sense. The fan couldn't believe it. He had traveled thousands of miles to see his favorite band live. He stood near the runway, the part of the stage that extends out into the crowd where Angus and Brian came the closest. He should have been surrounded by fellow die-hard fans, people screaming and throwing their fists in the air. Instead, he was the only one singing and jumping. People around him looked at him like he was causing trouble. He said it felt like he was in the wrong place. And it didn't stop there. One parent brought a young child who was crying because of the loud music. The parent told their kid, "There's only 3 songs left. Hang in there." Others even went as far as asking the security team if the speakers could be turned down because their child was autistic. While it's important to be kind and inclusive to everyone, this was a rock concert, not a quiet poetry reading. Rock concerts are supposed to be loud. That's what makes them fun. That's the whole point. If you're going to bring a child to a loud concert like AC/DC, you need to be prepared. Bring ear protection. Explain to your child that it will be noisy and exciting. You can't ask a legendary rock band like AC/DC to play quietly. That would be like asking a lion to meow instead of roar. And the sad truth? This may have been one of AC/DC's last big shows in Pasadena. The band is getting older. Their years of worldwide touring are coming to an end. They deserve a send-off filled with energy and love from fans who truly appreciate what they've done for rock music. But instead of a wild, unforgettable night, they were met with a crowd that acted more like they were at a school recital than a rock concert. That night could have been magical. People should have left the stadium with hoarse voices, ears ringing, and memories they'd never forget. Instead, many left frustrated, disappointed, and confused about what just happened. Despite all this, AC/DC kept the show going strong. The concert in Pasadena was part of their big North American tour in 2025. It started on April 10th at the US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The tour included 13 huge stadiums across the country, with the final show set for May 28th in Cleveland, Ohio at Huntington Bank Field. Some of the other famous places they played included Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois on May 24th. These stadiums are legendary, and fans in each city were hoping to see AC/DC give it their all. And they did. The band was on fire every night. But the crowds? That was another story. The problem with modern concerts, especially for older bands like AC/DC, is that sometimes the audience isn't filled with true fans. Some people buy tickets just for the experience, or because it's a family outing. That's totally fine. Everyone should enjoy music. But when you're at a hard rock show, you have to expect loud sounds, excited people, and lots of energy. Rock isn't meant to be calm. It's meant to move your soul, make you jump, and let out everything inside. AC/DC is one of the few bands still touring that can deliver that raw, thunderous power that made rock what it is today. It's also important to remember how rare these chances are becoming. Bands like AC/DC won't be around forever. Brian Johnson has had health problems in the past, including hearing issues. There was even a time when people thought he might never tour again. But he came back, strong and loud as ever. And Angus Young? He's one of the greatest guitar players in rock history, and he's still giving everything he has on stage. Fans who go to these concerts should honor that legacy. Stand up, sing loud, show your love. Because when the last note fades and the amps go quiet for good, we won't get another chance. The Argentinian fan's story went viral because it wasn't just his experience. It was something many others felt too. Lots of longtime fans shared similar feelings about the show. They were sad that the crowd didn't match the power of the music. Some said it felt more like a museum than a concert. In the end, the band still delivered what they promised, a loud, electrifying night of pure rock and roll. But they deserved better from the people who came to see them. So what can we learn from this? Maybe next time, if you're going to see a band like AC/DC, remember what the music stands for. Remember the passion, the history, and the sound that made millions fall in love with rock. Don't just stand there. Live it, feel it, be part of it. Because bands like AC/DC don't just play music. They bring thunder to the stage. And that thunder deserves to be met with fire from the fans.